Hello, good day, and welcome to Navigating New Earth with Captain Kerry, that being me. Feels so awkward doing those introductions, but I do realize after a conversation that I had yesterday with somebody about doing these videos that it's important to, get the energy up and to be very energetic in these videos. And you might feel like you're being really fake, but it's needed because, you're not in my actual physical presence. There's a few filters between us. And so I do need to put a little bit of extra energy in there to kind of get through to you. Now, this is my third attempt today because I am clearly processing and transmuting some kind of weirdness. We've got strange weather again today after an amazing weekend of absolute beautiful sunshine. I mean, yesterday, it just makes all the difference. I was literally just reading books, sitting on the grass, lying on the grass, smelling the earth. I mean, this has been my dream for such a long time. And now it's right, my little garden outside the window. I mean, there's a whole bunch of cars going past to visit the hills nearby. It's a beautiful area that I'm in. And it was interesting watching everybody going cycling and driving past and about their business. And I was just anchored on the grass, enjoying the sun and the light and remembering. So yeah, right. This is kind of like a lesson. All right. So I used to be an English and drama teacher. I taught to 11 to 18-year-olds and I loved it. I really did. I loved going in and, waking the kids up and, making the lessons really interesting and energetic and fun. And yeah, I did. I really, really, truly loved it. I just wasn't teaching anything that was particularly great, but obviously being an English and drama teacher, I had a bit of a leeway in being able to kind of include things that other subjects you might not really be able to do. So this is all about self-healing. Okay, we're kind of done with the narratives out there, and we've heard everybody talk about the journey within, go within, know thyself, right? But where to start? Where to start? So I'm going to be sharing, as I've said before, my journey, things that have worked for me, and as I've gone through learning and experiencing many different modalities of healing, I've kind of come to a point where I'm sort of like picking all my favorite bits and putting it all together in, my own little recipe for ascension, I guess, ascension within the self. Your journey is your journey. It's nobody else's. You can't compare. You can't judge. Least of all yourself. And yeah, it's about learning to master the vessel. Because when you master your vessel, your realm is going to reflect that. That's how it works. We're so used to thinking that everything out there is affecting, what's in here, that we respond and react to the things that are happening in our environment. And it's not true. We literally create. The problem is that the information in the collective realm is not what we need if we would like to go home or to ascend or to feel better, right? And live a better life and have more flow and be happy. All right. So we know that we have to heal the vessel, clear the vessel. And the vessel's not just the physical body. There are subtle bodies, which I will be talking about in another video. I have this book, which is great, The Subtle Body by Cindy Dale. And it's all about the other bodies that we have. And today I'm going to focus on the chakras. and do a little exercise to allow you, first of all, to connect with and get a sense of your chakras for real, not just words on the page of a book or words coming from a teacher who's talking about the chakras, but it just seems like it's something that's out there instead of actually in you. It's a body part. It's a real body part. You know, we have all these body parts that we don't know about. And so we're going to wake them up, shake them up, and, you know, clean out what needs to be cleaned out. And then once that's done, the fun starts, right? Because you start to actually become who you really were, who you really are, and who we're all going to be fully very soon. So, 1 secondo, because I do need to read a prayer. As I said, this is my third attempt. I had got about 40 minutes in and was being, like I think I just said, I was kind of being, yeah, there was a few energies around that were affecting me, not allowing me to flow. So I'm going to do this prayer again. I'm going to do this prayer at the beginning of every video presentation. And then we're going to get into a quick tour of your chakras. Okay, because yeah, we're not interested in the narratives out there anymore. It's about us, and it's about healing, clearing, and becoming the best version of us that we can become, right? That's what it's all about. So with no more ado, allow me please to just still the energies and invite in all the good stuff. I was sent this by an awesome sister, Lyra, who I'm going to be having a chat with soon because she's the crystal queen in New Zealand, and she has a lot of awesome stuff to share. We're literally in a process of just gathering our tribe. Okay, so if this resonates, great, and if it doesn't, also great. You know, there's no right and wrong. There's just who we are and a kind of a base frequency, and we're looking to just connect with other people so that we can increase that, because we were told, weren't we, where two or more gather and all that. All right. Great Spirit, source of all life, I stand before you in humble reverence, asking for guidance, strength, and the sacred power to realign my energy. I call upon the spirits of the four directions, guardians of the sacred light, to bring balance to my body, mind, and spirit, and to guide me on this journey. Ancestors and spirit guides, hear my plea. Assist me in retrieving any fragmented parts of my soul lost in the winds of time. Let your healing light shine upon me, restoring the harmony within, as I reclaim the essence of my being and embrace the path that lies ahead. I invoke the protection of the sacred flame, a shield against entities and spilled consciousness that is not mine. May only love and divine energy find refuge within this sacred space. With gratitude in my heart and trust in the unseen, I embark upon a new journey guided by the whispers of my ancient guides. And so it is. There's a lot of farm work going on today. Interestingly, all their lights are on, which means it must be dark. Strange. Okay, so, so over the next few videos, I'm going to focus on some healing techniques and some things that you probably would be that would be beneficial for you to focus on this journey of self-enlightenment and self-healing, clearing the vessel, clearing all of the layers of the vessel, all the subtle bodies, so that we can receive clearer messages from our guides. I'm going to be talking about breath work, a bit about Kriya Yoga, which I recently started to do and which is extremely powerful. I'm going to share the website of the people I'm doing it with. That's in another video, but I'm just letting you know what these next few videos are about. I'm going to be focusing on sound healing, but using your own voice and getting to know your voice. And that would kind of relate to the yoga, the Kriya Yoga. The whole point of yoga ultimately is to allow the vessel to be so relaxed that you can sing, because we are creators, right? Co-creators, and sound creates. We know we're already light, and it's the sound and the light in harmony. That's the magic. That's where we're all headed. And that's all we need to be focused on, really. Everything else follows after that. So yeah, my experience as a teacher is what is kind of guiding and leading me now to do these kind of lessons, if you will. This is a classroom, and it's my intention to present the information as best as I can in order to help you to grow, and also to give you a little bit of homework at the end. And I'm going to also share some of my favorite books and healers in this area. So the objective for today is for people to at least grasp a sense of their own power and their own authority and sovereignty over the vessel, which, again, remember, the vessel is multi-layered, okay? I don't know if there's a diagram in here. It doesn't matter if there isn't. Oh, well, actually, there is a diagram that I need. Yeah, we're multi-layered, all right? We have different bodies. We have different levels of bodies, which again, I'll come back to, but it's basically the spiritual body, the mental, the emotional, the etheric, and the physical. Some people add a couple of extra, some people take some away. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about you, and we're all different. And we can't take what somebody says and apply it kind of, to the letter. You're going to get into trouble if you do that. It's about being open. It's about being kind to yourself. It's about kind of being excited about this journey of going within and getting to know who we really are and what we're really capable of, right? How we really operate. And once the inner is done, the outer has to change. There's absolutely no way that it can stay the same. As I said, we are not victims of external things happening to us, okay? We are the co-creators. We were given everything that we needed to create whatever we wanted, okay? But we got hijacked, and we know the rest is history. So, yeah, know thyself. And I feel like something that people talk about a huge amount is the chakras. I was doing this Kriya Kundalini module 4 with the people and this guy, Jai Dev, and I will share their website at the end in the description box below, as well as these books, which I'm going to share at the end. He was talking about the chakras in a way that really kind of woke me up a little bit. Up until now, I've always thought of the chakras as being these kind of like, I don't know, it's like they're just not quite attached to me, or I'm not fully quite aware. I couldn't really feel my chakras. And the thing is, we are in a spiritual marathon and we're doing this blind, we can't even, there's not really a rule book or a guidebook for you. because you would have to write the guidebook for you, wouldn't you? So it's about being, like I said, super open to what comes up and approaching it all with curiosity and surprise and joy. And also, you know, when the dark stuff comes up, being able to cry and allow that to be released. And if you're already experiencing resistance to what I'm saying, you definitely have got things that need to be cleared. In fact, we all do. The resistance comes up. The resistance comes up because the negative energies and entities and frequencies and vibrations that have attached to us throughout our existence, our lives, doesn't really want to be transmuted. It doesn't want to go. It's feeding on us. You know, we are the ultimate expression of God in this physical reality. But it's also easy to get trapped here, right? Because everything is in a time matrix. Everything's been slowed down, so the vibration is very heavy, and it can feel like trying to jump push off the bottom of the ocean with a sack of rocks. Literally impossible, but it's not impossible. And we all have a connection, and we all have the ability to hold the space for things being possible. All right. So even if you're already going, chakras, I already know about chakras. Well, we've all got little different things to add. So, and I'm going to be doing an exercise to help you get to know your chakras and to work with them and clear them out, which I think is quite a fun exercise. And it also is a foundation for another lesson that I will be sharing on creating a mind palace, which will allow you to get to know yourself even better, to those deep, dark, subconscious, unseen, hidden, magical parts of you. That's what we're trying to connect with, okay? And I'm fully aware that it just seems so invisible and impossible and far away and, oh, it's for other people, right? But it's not. Each and every single one of us, we must do this work. Nobody else can do it. No one else knows what's going on inside your heart, mind, and soul, in your chakras, in your subtle bodies. Nobody knows what attachments you've got to your meridians, what attachments are with your meridians, whatever, right? But it all basically, all of these attachments and beliefs and feelings, emotions, judgments, all these things, they all have one purpose, and it's just to feed on your life force. All right. When you have your life force fully activated, you could run a marathon. Literally, you could just run a marathon. You could write a novel. You can heal. You can help other people heal. You can be a presence where when people are in your company, your frequency and vibration is activating their innate cellular and etheric body parts, let's call it, to heal, right? It is absolutely 1,000,000,000,000,000% possible for each and every single person or being to heal themselves if they remain in the intention of healing and don't give up if it doesn't happen immediately, or don't give up if the dirt and the debris and the shadow makes you feel uncomfortable, or because it is when you start doing this work of cleansing, it all rises up mainly from the solar plexus. Most of us have got injuries in all of our chakras, especially the lower ones, the 3 lower chakras and the heart chakra, the bridge. And yeah, it's not easy. It's like you've got to see it like doing a marathon. And if you were going to run a marathon, first of all, you would train and you would be prepared for the training to be painful and kind of difficult and that's something that has to be pushed through. But you would also then benefit and enjoy the benefits rather of yourself getting stronger, running further, going out and doing a 15K with ease. And, you'd be eating properly. You'd be making sure you had enough fluid. Well, this spiritual marathon's the same. You know, you need your clean water, you need some time and space for you in your own environment. You know, you can choose a broom cupboard, or you can choose a room in your house, or it could be in your car, that you go somewhere that you like and you sit in your car and do this work. Okay. Whatever way, it has to be done. And there ain't no bypassing it. It's got to be done, and it's not nice. Okay. It's well, it is nice. It's karma. We're basically, all you're going to be doing, or we are doing, is clearing out the karma that we've attracted. It hasn't been given to us. We have, through our beliefs. And okay, fine. I know we were duped. We were told a load of lies. But, you know, it's about attaching to that part of you that knows something's missing, something's not right. And, you know, we quite often flounder around in these moments of loss, and we say, oh, I'm never gonna, or, you know, it's too difficult. We give up, and we can't give up because we have everything. So, forgive my digressions. I know I'm going to get better at it as we go along. So, yeah, so true sovereignty, know thyself. Once you're master of your vessel, the rest takes care of itself. So that's my focus for the next month, right? So the whole of June, I'm going to be doing, and the rest of May, a lot of work, because I do believe in July, something's coming. Something's coming. Things are already coming. So, chakras. If you want to take a screenshot, you can. And then you can refer to this as we progress. Now, it's interesting, the snake thing. I've been doing a Kriya yoga class with it's called Life Force Academy, and the guy that's kind of the presenter, the lead guy, his name's Jai Dev. He's a Sikh guy, and he's the first person in my 54 years, although admittedly I've only been searching on this particular path for about 20 years or so, maybe a bit longer. No, probably since I moved to Malaysia when I was 30. He just describes everything in such an easy way and makes you kind of realize that, yeah, it's part of your body. It's a body part. It needs to be dealt with. And I was also reading this book, which I've read 3 times, but it's finally just sinking in, right? And he was talking about the chakras yesterday. I was reading yesterday. He wasn't actually in my presence talking, but I guess he might have been. And he actually said, or actually, no, the deaf guy as well, he said that. So this is like, you know, the medical symbol, right? So here's your life force, right? And you have these serpent things that are going around, right? And you've got one that comes from the left side of the root, from the coccyx, and it's going up and it snakes around and it ends at the left temple, or at the left pineal. So that's on the left side. And then this one's spiraling up around and it's kind of ending on the other side. All right. So the whole point is for us to kind of balance the middle way and not get pulled off here and not get pulled off there and not get pulled off here and not get pulled off there. And so that, you know, these energies are supposed to be working their way up in a session of meditation, combining here at the pineal, which basically then is going to activate the DMT, which is already being activated, and there's an explosion here, which then crescendos up through here, and that's where we are able to travel through the cosmos. Because remember, nothing's solid, everything's vibration, energy, frequency. There's empty space. Oh, it's not empty. There's space everywhere, and that space is full of energy, full of amazingness, and it's our natural state of being that we've been cut off from. So This is what we're working on today. And I've got a fun exercise, which I'm going to do. I'm going to actually go through it myself. I was doing this before in the second video I was doing, and I got so caught up in the energies that were kind of coming up, but I kind of lost all my track and had to stop the video. And here we are again. But that's all good. Needed to be done. And I no longer question or judge or say, oh my God, you're so useless. You can't even do a video. It is what it is. I didn't post that though, because I literally was unable to continue this doing it. And so that wouldn't have been very useful for you. So the chakras, okay, you've got your screenshot or whatever. Let's just bring the energies in. Really is important that we do this. I just can't emphasize it enough. And I was talking to my landlord yesterday, Damien, he's cool. I said to him, yeah, we got to start doing our chakras, opening up our chakras. He was like, you what now? And I kind of realized that for me, talking about chakras, pretty normal. I'm not an expert. There are people who are way more knowledgeable than me about chakras, which actually reminds me of a quote I read yesterday, which was really interesting, about how anyone can acquire information. True knowledge is something totally different. It's the really the knowing. There's a lot of people online at the moment who are talking about how to ascend and what it's all about and what's going on, and they think that they're somehow in control and the ones that know what's going on, but most of them haven't done the inner work. They have the information, but they don't have the gnosis. They don't have the inner feeling, the energy. And I do hope in these videos that it's less about what I'm saying, more about the energy, which comes through your body language and facial expressions and the intonation and whatever. Right, okay. Chakras. So what we're going to do is, and you might want to write this down, 5 words, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be exploring the chakras, seeing where the chakras are up to, but we're going to be using our 5 senses to do that. And so what are the 5 senses? Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch or feeling. Okay. And I'm going to go through each of the chakras myself. I'm going to pause once I've, identified the chakra, explained a little bit, and most of you already know, I'm going to pause so that you can explore yourself. But I'm going to give you an example first with the root chakra and pause after instead of before. And then with the rest of them, I'm going to pause as I do my own. Then I'm going to explain what's coming up for me. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some synchronicities if you're connected and if you resonate with what I'm sharing and what I'm offering. And if you don't, it's absolutely perfect. And we love you. And even the haters, we love you. There's no stopping this now. Right, okay, so we're going to start with the root chakra, which is red. And you're going to be sitting comfortably, relaxed, take a deep breath. Oh, which for me is a yawn, which actually is to remind me, one of the best ways to relax is to yawn and stretch. And when you yawn and stretch, you're working your temporomandibular joint, and you get that weird funny sound in your ears. Well, I do believe when you yawn and stretch, you're in a different dimension. It's a kind of a waiting room. And that's the feeling that you kind of get when you travel through portals. It's this thing in you. There's something that's going on with this temporomandibular joint, the TMJ. People have lots of issues that are so tight and so bound that people, they grind their teeth or they're always eating or chewing on things. But yeah, sorry, that was just a little aside there because a little yawn came in and it's still here. And I'm not hiding it because it's important that we yawn. And I do apologize if I've set you off. Okay. Chakras. Red chakra is the root chakra. It is the chakra that's to do with anchoring you to earth. It's to do with safety, protection. It's like a life force energy. It's a grounding energy. It's kind of really connected to the physical body in its most basic state. I mean, the red is the blood, the life force, right? The physical life force. It's also connected to elimination. And if that chakra is blocked, you're not going to be eliminating things properly, not just through your bowels and so on, but through, your etheric field, your etheric body. So the way this works is you are focused on the red of the root, and we're going to ask these questions. Okay, what do I see? What do I see, hear, smell, taste, and touch for the each chakra? So for the red, I'm going to start. And I've already done this once. Okay, so for red, what do I see? I see blood. Just blood. It's like I'm in it. It's not on anything. It's just blood. I can hear a low hum, a very low vibrational hum. I can smell a deep red rose. I can taste metal. And I can feel a sticky warmth. So already I kind of know from that root chakra scan, and with the word sticky coming up, that there's obviously some sort of an attachment that needs to be cleansed there. But that's not the point of this right now. We're just observing. We're observing. Quite often, the observation is enough for for it to be dealt with later. Okay, so that was the red. That was the root chakra. I'm now going to be silent for you. Take a deep breath. The first things that come up, and if you just glance at your paper, if you can't remember, and it doesn't matter what order you do it in: smell, sight, sight, sound, smell, touch, taste. Feel free to pause as well. But it should be quite quick. You don't need to think about it. Don't overthink. It's about getting, and this also is going to train people to get in tune with your intuition and to trust the first things that come up, right? It's the first thing that comes up. You don't need to look for things, okay? All right. So moving up to the sacral chakra, which is orange, the seat of creation. Obviously, it's a sexual chakra. It's where amazing energy comes in and allows us to have the passion and the joy to create. Okay. Orange. I'll give you a minute to receive your own images or impressions or sensations. And for me, orange, I can see a circle of monks in a kind of a saffron attire. They're circled around a fire, a violet flame. I can hear them chanting. It's a bit like, you know, those chanters who are, sounds a bit like Australian tribal, you know, the Aborigines, Incas, you know, it's an ancient chant. A low tone, I guess, must be clearing that chakra. I can smell. I can smell the desert wind and the sea. I can hear the sea in the distance because we're in a desert. And I feel reverence. Moving up to the yellow, to the solar plexus. You can either pause whilst you do this, or I'll just give you a minute. So for my solar plexus, I see the sun. I hear laughter. I smell lemons and limes. I taste freedom. And I feel peace. Unusual for the solar plexus. I wasn't expecting that. In my last video, I skipped the heart, which is another reason why I had to start again. So moving up to the heart, which is either green or pink. Most people say green or imagine green. I'm having to connect a little bit here. What do I see for my heart? I see a crystal. Actually, I see an amethyst crystal. And I hear the beat. It's like a drum. What do I taste for my heart? A little bit of sadness, which makes sense. Had an interesting experience yesterday that made me quite sad. What can I taste? I can taste vegetation, like grass and I think I've kind of got myself lost here in my heart chakra. I'm going to start again. Yeah, okay. Here we are. It's coming now. Okay, I can see a forest. It's a green forest and it's lit up by the sun, which obviously is the solar plexus, but there's a lot of foliage and there's not much clear space. So I'm wandering in the forest and I can taste soil. I can smell earth. I can smell the vegetation. I can hear the rustling of the leaves, the wind in the trees, all talking to me, all the green. Oh, that makes sense. And I feel a bit of sadness, a bit lost. But I also feel earth around me, as though I am a ball in a womb of the earth in the soil, curled up. Okay. Moving up to the throat chakra, which is blue. It's always a boat. It's always a little ship with a sail out at sea. There are other people, but I can't see them. I'm kind of standing Titanic style at the front, surrounded by water. I can hear the wind picking up in the sails as they snap and flap. I can taste the salt of the air, which is the salt coming through my heart, right? The blood being pumped, innervated, charged, reset, renewed. And I feel alone, but not in a negative way. I feel like, yeah, I'm captain of my ship and I'm waiting. But there's also a feeling of excitement and a bit of not panic, but a little bit of high energy for what's coming. Okay. Moving up to the pineal, which is the seat of the imagination, how we vision the future that we wish to create. It is kind of a deep violet. What do I see for my pineal? My third eye. I see like a kaleidoscope, fractals. I smell flowers, purple flowers. I hear Om. That's this, clearing this. I taste the wind. I feel light. And then the crown chakra. It used to be Julie Andrews spinning around on the mountain singing "The Hills Are Alive" with the sound of music. Now it's a lotus flower, which seems pretty predictable and cliche, but it is. And there is yellow in the center with light shooting up as well as coming in. Actually, I need it to come in, not just go out. Story of my life. And I feel like I'm in the clouds and there are cloud beings. Okay. I was going to do a little thing here called switching, which is basically you just you press your eyes till you see patterns, and that just means that you've reset your brain. Okay, well, I'm definitely feeling very spacey now. Hope that made sense. Be interested to hear what people have come up with. Or maybe don't write every single one, but there will definitely be, and be aware when you do this exercise to focus on which chakras are either hard to connect to. You draw a blank, like I just did with my heart. And also sometimes, like, because I've done this so many times in the past in courses and workshops and stuff, because it's part of body talk, which is a modality that I learned for self-healing. I've got Julie Andrews is my crown chakra spinning around, and I've got, these monks actually show up quite a lot in the saffron. And so it's about trying to really not judge or repress anything that comes up, because it's such a delicate balance, and that's why we have to just be open all the time. So I hope that you got something out of that. And as I said, if you want to write in the comments and share your experience, this is a classroom, and everyone that's listening and has the mind to is a student. I'm just here to share my experience, okay? But it's important to get in touch with your chakras, and I will do another session going into a little bit more detail of what each chakra represents, and so that you'll understand if you've got blockages in your sacral chakra, what could be causing it, or if you've got blockages in your throat chakra. And then we'll be doing a lot of sound and light healing. I'll be also sharing other teachers and healers and sages. It's not all about me. I'm just here I'm kind of like a communicator, a connector. I'm a manifesting generator in human design. My life path is a 6. My ray is orange, which is harmony through conflict. And I'm a teacher, writer, thinker, philosopher, lover, and here to assist myself as well as whoever else wants to join in. Right. I think that's enough for now. You might want to do that a couple of times, even maybe have a crystal in your hand at certain times. And like I say, make notes. An amazing realm can just come from this, okay? The chakras, I want to just show you one little diagram that I came across yesterday about this is how this gentleman, Alberto, sees the chakras. I was reading it yesterday. So the chakras innervate the spine. These are the different layers of the bodies, okay? We actually extend about 12 inches above the head. and out to your energy field goes out to as far as your arms will stretch. Okay, it's a toroidal field coming out the top, around into the earth, 12 feet below, 12 inches below off the soles of your feet, the sole being, if you flip us upside down, if you have earth on top and we're kind of hanging, right, our sole of our feet is part of the soul of your, what we think of up here. It's just the part that's connecting with the earth, right? We are of earth. We're not on it, we're of it. We're made of earth. We are the earth. We are part of the earth. And so this field, and we're all walking around with these fields, you know, I think there might be a better diagram actually to show the field here. Bear with me, please. I mean, this is one, the subtle body. Feel free to take a screenshot. I think that's in view. Okay, so this is your body. That's your body. That's your whole body. It's not just this. And it's really important that we start to recognize the rest of them, because if you're not paying attention, you haven't got them. They're not activated and everything's coming in and attacking the physical vessel. All right. When the external body is activated, when you are aware and you put intention into keeping it clean, and even if it's just once a week, do a little chakra spin, which I'm going to now finish up with, how to cleanse your chakras quickly. And then I'm going to give you some a little book list and some homework, and then we're done. We're done. Yeah, so it's not my job really here to teach people everything. It's just to kind of like say, oh, go and have a look at the chakras. That's an important thing to work on. Ultimately, like I said, it all comes from you. The spiritual marathon cannot be run by anyone other than you. Otherwise, you're not taking part. So if you want to take part, got to do the work. Got to do the work, babies. Okay, so in this book as well, this guy basically traveled around all sorts of parts of the world and picked up lots of amazing information and is sharing it in a really amazing book. So how does this guy, let's see. Oh my gosh. There was something about clearing the chakras. I can remember, but here, I just want to read it from him. Right, here we go. I'm just going to read a little bit to you. Okay, so one way to upgrade the reserves in our luminous energy field. I'm going to take these off because I don't need them now. Oh yeah, I do. Sorry. Oh my God. My eyes, one minute they work and the next minute they don't. Is by cleansing our chakras. It is practiced in the morning while in the shower. Hold your left hand at the base of your spine, and with your right hand 3 or 4 inches above the skin, that way, feel for your first chakra, which would be the root chakra. Spin the chakra counterclockwise. So if I'm doing this one, it would be, you'd be spinning anti-clockwise. 3 or 4 times, rotating your fingertips in a circle. Rinse your fingers in the water. This is very important. Everything's energy, frequency, and vibration, truly. This eliminates the sludge and toxins, energetic sludge and toxins that adhere to the walls of the chakra. It's an actual, real body part. Repeat for all 7 chakras, making sure to rinse your fingers in between each one. Try to sense the dense energy like cotton candy on the chakras. Now go back to your first chakra, spinning it clockwise 3 or 4 times. Repeat for all 7 chakras. This exercise increases the speed of the chakras, allowing each energy vortex to spin at its optimal frequency. A clean chakra is able to draw in natural energy to replenish the reserves in the luminous energy field and keep us in exceptional health. And who would not want that? Okay, so there we go. That is all done and over. I am now going to go and do a meditation for an hour, this Kriya Kundalini. It's the end of the 4th module, the last module of a course I've been doing. And then I'm going to come and report back on that because it's definitely key. And the breath work is also key. So I really hope that this has given you a little bit of information. If you think you already know everything about chakras, great. You can just skip it and go and watch somebody else and then come back later if you think I've got something interesting for you. Homework is to spin your chakras. And again, books, very good book here, Shaman Healer Sage. It's very, very good. I'm reading it for the 3rd time. He gets it. I might even do a session on that. This book I go in and out of. It's got everything in it. Let's have a look at a few of the some of the chapter headings. We got the human cell, DNA, nebula, fascial cells. The fascia is very important. Subtle energy fields, the Schumann resonance, global ley lines, the magnetic field of the body, sine wave, Fibonacci sequence, the torus, the Merkaba, Metatron's cube, flower of life, pentachoron, the underlying geometry of the chakras, platonic solids. Oh, the cymoglyph of the human voice. Ooh, this book is making so much more sense to me. Layers of the auric field, yin and yang, meridians, and there's a whole section on meridians, a whole section on the chakras and other light switches. So it goes into a lot of detail. I'll summarize that for people. Energy practices, acupuncture, moxibustion, cupping, color energies. Color is very important. The Thai energy system, the Buddhist mudras, head reflexology, you name it. We have got a lot of things to learn. And yeah, I think there's another book on my list that I need to reread. There's also this book, which I'll be talking about next time. Breathe in and breathe out. It's all about the breath. It's okay. Actually, I probably shouldn't show this one. But it is, there is, actually, I suppose, yeah, no, it's a good starting book. Always have my man, Saint Germain, in my bag. I haven't actually fully finished reading this. It's pretty intense. It's all about the sacred flame, the violet flame and transmutation. This is also a book of Saint Germain, the Wonder Man of Europe. And as you can see, I've read it a lot. It even got left out in the rain. And actually, another book I need to reread. Love that book. And then finally, another book that's falling apart, and gosh knows what's written on the back of here, is The Impersonal Life by Joseph S. Benner. I don't know if that's coming across the right way or the wrong way. It looks like it's back to front, right? But anyway, it says The Impersonal Life by Joseph S. Benner. And the mantra of this is, be still and know I am. Obviously, I'm not God. but I'm a fractal of God, and, you know, honoring God by acknowledging that. Okay. And then another book, very quickly before I go, by my soul brother, Ishmael Perez, which some people don't like, but it's okay. He is has done an amazing job of explaining where we are, where we're going, who we are. And yeah, I literally just finished this and ended with a quote. It's all energy, frequency, and vibration. And the 777 is everywhere. So there you go. Love it. Fabulous book. We really are amazing beings here, having an interesting experience. And it's the experiment's over, the rescue mission is underway, and we're going home. But the only way that we can connect and that our guides and family can connect is if we're clean and ready, and at least putting in a little bit of effort to, you know, sit down for 10 minutes a day in silence and open with the intention of reactivating so that we can become who we really are. And my cat's just meowed to let me know it's the end of this of the video. I would like to just end the session by saying that we thank any guides, spirits, and energies that were with us. We are so grateful that we are going through this process, this unfurling and blossoming back to who we really are, back to what we really are. Protect the space, seal the space. Thank you for listening, if you made it all the way through, and I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.